Buy me a Coke.
Ah, you bitch ass.
Can't speak. I'll introduce you.
What's new?
Nope. Can't speak, Patrick. You just broke the rule. Now you owe me a Coke.
Pause.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Geekcast podcast. My name is Dan Whitehead. Patrick Howard.
And Greg St. Clair. Dan jinxed Patrick, so...
Well, he jinxed me, but then I called him on a Coke, and so I said, you can't speak, and so he can't speak. Anyway, this is episode 38 of the Geekcast podcast, and we're going to be talking all things DC. We're going to be laying into DC on what they should be doing and some news that's coming, and sit back and relax and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the other big comic book news is that the DC superhero Shazam is now getting split up into two movies. There is going to be a Shazam origin story movie.
Right.
And the second one is going to focus more on Black Adam. I'm actually kind of excited because...
He hasn't been casted yet, has he?
Black Adam
has.
Shazam.
Yes, he
Shazam
still has
has
not.
not.
Still has not.
No director. They just got a screenwriter. No director for Flash.
I think
No director for Cyborg. And they also announced the Green Lantern War, but I thought they already confirmed it. But
I think they're doing too
go
much.
on. We'll finish Shazam.
We'll talk about the Shazam. I'm actually excited for it because I don't think you can cover all of Shazam's history in one movie. Because not only is it Shazam, but it's like this entire family of gods.
Right.
And Black Adam's like the faraway uncle who's like kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Hades.
Yeah, pretty much like Hades. So like I'm genuinely excited about kind of getting to that place where we're focusing on all of these characters. I think they're both going to be great movies. I really do. Now, I do agree that there's too much planned in a finite amount of time.
Yes.
They
Too heavy.
They aren't giving themselves room to move.
Room to move and room for people to react and then to adjust. Because I think they're finding themselves like, for example, with the Justice League, where they're banking it all on Batman versus Superman, and they're already like almost filming Justice League to the point where they got the reviews back and they're like, crap, people didn't like this. But they're like, well, we have to keep going with Justice League, which is what we have. And so they have to make changes on the spot. And supposedly, I was watching Fat Man on Batman before, and I don't know how true this is, but Mark Bernardin was saying that he heard that Wonder Woman is not good.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, they said it's not good. It has a lot of the same problems that Batman and Superman had, where it was, overpopulated. It had tonal problems, and it was just like too much going on for one movie. So,
but I guess then it is good that they're splitting Shazam up into two movies. Are kind of doing it right.
yeah, I mean, again, that was only a rumor. We don't know what cut they saw, what version they saw, whatever. So make your own opinion when the movie comes out. But.
So do you think that it's probably not happening this way, but after Justice League, of like the Flash standalone, Cyborg standalone, Aquaman standalone, that they're going to be... Well, is Aquaman before or after Justice League? It's after.
After 2018. That one's still going. That one's like still moving.
It's not. It's like kind of origin stories, but it's like not origin stories.
They're kind of skipping over the origin. Like for Aquaman, they're going to kind of go back and explain how he became the king of Atlantis. But in Justice League, he already is the king. So it might be told through a lot of flashback.
Right. And it's probably the same for like Barry Allen Tillich is already the Flash, but it's kind of like going back and like hitting the key points.
I think they said it's not a origin story. We're not going to see like the chemicals fall on him or anything.
I definitely like that.
Yeah, it's like the
because-
new Spider-Man. Why are we bothering to see the same thing we've seen?
Considering how popular the show is, I think everyone has like an idea of what.
Yeah.
And for news on the Green Lantern Corps movie, it is going to have definitely Hal Jordan and Jonathan Stewart.
And they're calling it the lethal weapon of space.
Yeah.
In space.
That's
So
a
which
great
makes
idea.
it seem pretty much going to be the older kind of Green Lantern and the new rookie Green Lantern. So it could either be like they switch it and have it that John Stewart's the older one to really fit the like lethal weapon kind of fit, or they keep it the original that Hal Jordan's the old one and John Stewart's the old rookie.
If Hal Jordan's not the old one, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I would be mad too. And I'm not a huge Green Lantern. I mean, I like Green Lantern, but I'm not like obsessed with it. But I would be kind of mad too because I think you should keep that order the same.
Yeah. I mean, there's already rumor casting for Green Lantern.
Yep.
We have Jake Gyllenhaal, Bradley Cooper,
James Marsden's new one they added.
I saw that. Ryan Reynolds again.
Yeah, somehow and he's like on the top of the
Yeah.
list.
Army Hammer, the dude from Community, I can't remember.
Joel McHale.
Joel McHale, and Tom Cruise. Fucking kill me. I swear to God, if Tom Cruise touches the DC universe, I'm out. I'm out.
What was the first two?
Jake Gyllenhaal and Bradley Cooper.
It's not much of a. I hate this list.
Yeah, of that
I guess
list,
those
I would want to see Ryan Reynolds again.
Really?
Oh my God.
I'd give him another chance.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to, but I'm not gonna go for it just because he's Deadpool. He's doing his Deadpool thing.
Yeah, which is
he's no
totally
fun.
fine.
I don't want cross contamination.
Then of that, next I would probably go Bradley Cooper.
I would love
or
Bradley
James
Coo-
Marsden. Maybe
He's got the look. He's got the comic book.
the problem with
sizzle.
James Marsden
Marsden. Yeah.
is that he's fit into this category of the guy that just gets fucked over all the time.
And maybe that's what Hal Jordan is in this movie.
And it could be. They could do the whole Parallax story arc, which is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be an older guy. Or he needs to look a
And
little
maybe that's why they
bit older.
think Tom Cruise because he is older.
But
But
Tom Cruise fucking sucks.
he does suck.
He's about to ruin the entire Mummy franchise. That was,
Mm-hmm.
or at least what's left of it.
Well, okay. Here's the thing with that franchise is they're trying. I was explaining to them last night when we went and saw Split. We were talking about it, and Nate was like, "Oh, that movie's gonna suck." And I was like, "Yeah, well, have you heard? Universal basically wants their own shared universe of monster movies. How they used to do it back in the day, like with Boris Karloff's Frankenstein and all that stuff. They used to have it like they crossed over with each other. Now this time they want that same thing. And I think Nate was like, "Are they going to be like Avengers or something, like Fight?" Or maybe you said, I don't know. And I was like,
me.
I think I said that. Yeah.
Oh, Patrick, yeah. And I was like, I don't think so. I think it just means like you'll see like say Tom Cruise if he's a scientist in The Mummy, maybe he shows up in Frankenstein as a scientist. That same character. That's what I think they meant by shared. I doubt they're gonna go fight.
Dude,
crime.
I just want Godzilla versus King Kong. That's the only monster fight I want to
Yeah,
see.
same here.
2020.
But yeah, not to get sidetracked too much, but the trailer for The Mummy, it just looked like one of the Mission Impossible movies, but with like a supernatural creature. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's got that same damn scene where he's running away from like a dust cloud
Mm-hmm.
on his street, and it's just.
And he's like the toughest guy around.
And
at,
yeah,
like
he's
5'7".
totally, he's like
It's
unkillable.
yeah.
So it kind of kills the stakes. So like I never think, oh, he's probably
Has Tom
he's gonna
Cruise
die.
ever died in a movie? Is he ever Sean Beaned?
I don't think so.
But I don't want him anywhere near
I don't either.
superheroes.
Not even a Marvel
Nowhere
movie.
near. Out of that list, I'd say Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, you were saying that yesterday.
And I was explaining the whole like old thing. So what happens is Hal Jordan gets taken over by this fear parasite called Parallax, basically possessed, and pretty much kills off the Green Lantern Corps, essentially. Totally disbands it, destroys a bunch of planets, and it takes a lot of effort from Kyle Rayner and Guy Gardner and some of the other Lanterns and Kilowog kind of get together and get Parallax out of him. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is the only actor on that list that can really portray the emotional drain that Hal Jordan goes through when facing Parallax, in my opinion. I would love Cooper. Cooper's Rocket Raccoon. Unless Rocket Raccoon dies in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Which I'm hoping not, because he's my favorite.
No, he's hilarious. He looks hilarious in the trailer, but I don't. Again, no cross contamination. No cross contamination whatsoever.
Nope.
The audience is not gonna like that.
No.
You think they're mad now? Just wait. If you keep doing that.
I think if Deadpool didn't work, people would be really pissed. But luckily it worked, so people I think look past the fact that we just had him play two characters. And I think they're also looking past the fact that like Michael Keaton's playing Vulture because it's been a long enough time that we've seen 4 Batman since him kind of. So
yeah, but no, I think my favorite of the list that's currently out on social media is definitely Jake Gyllenhaal. Army Hammer, I just don't like the way he talks.
yeah, you said that before.
Yeah, they're trying to make him an A-list star, but it's just not working.
He kind of talks like this, like he has like cotton balls in like the back of his throat, and he has like had his jaw wired shut. Like it just isn't. It's not Hal Jordan to me. Hal Jordan's my favorite superhero. He's at least the Green Lantern are my favorite superhero. I've been a fan for so long, and in my mind, Armie Hammer's not the guy.
Well, and the other thing on Batman and Batman, they were talking about this too, where it's like they have to find a way to make Hal Jordan Green Lantern like important, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he's not the best Green Lantern, right? There's plenty that are better than him.
Better is a difficult word.
Is it like
Stronger,
but-
more powerful.
Yeah,
maybe?
but
it's
his
definitely
his spirit is like the purest, or
Yeah.
like he's the one with the best heart. or
Because
something.
they were saying that like
That's what it is.
why would we follow this Green Lantern if there are plenty that have a better power or better control of their power?
It's not even just it's not even about the power though. It's about the spirit. It's about not having that fear. He's the purest is the whole thing.
Right, of willpower.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And that's what that is. But no, I definitely agree with that. It's got to be believable, especially if they're bringing Jon Stewart in right away. Whoever they pick as Jon Stewart, I don't care who it is, he's going to steal the show. He truly is.
Why do you say that?
He's the first black guy, except for Black Panther in the superhero movie.
Will Smith, Deadshot.
He's not a superhero.
Supervillain. People
Anti-hero.
like him. Anti-hero.
Whatever. He was also the best part, in my opinion, about the Justice League animated series. I know you disagree.
Oh, Jon
Well, I mean,
Stewart.
like,
Yeah.
Blade came before. Like he was, I guess, the first superhero.
I only disagree because Batman was in it.
I know, and I know that's why you disagree. But like Jon Stewart was probably one of the better parts of that Justice League animated series. People are gonna love Jon Stewart, whether it's Tyrese Gibson, whether it's Michael Kai Williams or something like. What's that guy's name?
From what?
Give me a second here.
I'd love to have Denzel Washington. All that's not going to happen, but
I'd even be fine with Idris Elba, but
Really?
I think he's too old if they're doing this younger
I
one.
would have won Idris Elba. I definitely wouldn't want Denzel.
I wouldn't want
Not
Denzel.
not
either.
Denzel now. Definitely not Denzel now.
No,
We needed like a younger.
has to be a younger guy.
Especially because he's a rookie. I mean, the way like Jon Stewart, I think he was an ex-cop or something, or an
What about
ex-military vet, and it placed in like the 70s, and Hal like found him.
Now this is a little bit of cross contamination, but what about? And I apologize for butchering
Michael
the name.
Jai White. That's the guy I'm thinking
Jai White.
of.
What about the dude Mahalik Ali?
Mahershala Ali,
Yeah, him from Luke Cage, from House of Cards,
Moonlight.
No,
Moonlight. No,
too much. He's in too much.
okay. Or the dude.
Great actor, but I don't see. I definitely do not see him as Jon
The
Stewart.
guy I was thinking of was too old.
Well, I feel like with they're doing it like Lethal Weapon. I feel they're going to follow that to its purest form. Like it's going to be the older man is going to be the black
guy?
Yeah.
I won't watch it.
I don't think they will.
I
I
won't
think
watch
they're
it.
going to stick to the comics because they know how precious it is to people and how mad they get when they change it. Like, let's see. Let me think of an example. I mean, people got upset when they took away the outside underpants from the super suits. So I couldn't imagine them switching and be like, no, Jon Stewart came first on our origin. Like,
I wouldn't watch it.
people would just hat throw to the ground. They would get really mad.
I'd throw my ring.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean-
yeah.
I wouldn't mind because I'm not as attached to Green Lantern as you are, but like I understand the complaints.
We keep saying that the bigwigs at Warner Brothers and DC they're gonna understand and eventually catch up with like all the complaints the fans are having.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
No.
It's not.
Mm-mm.
And this is why, and I agree with it too, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is 1,000 times better than the DC Cinematic Universe. Marvel is just, they know what the fans want, and they give the fans what they want. Now, do they have some down movies? Sure. Age of Ultron was junk. But but that movie, I could still say I enjoyed it.
Right.
I wasn't like, oh, I can't believe they didn't do this, or they did this, I can't believe that. But like DC, I just don't understand why they have the balls to be like, fuck the fans. We're going to do what we want.
It kind of seems like they're only servicing themselves with it. Where they're like, well, we're fans because we also own our comic thing. So we're fans, right? And like, it's a service to themselves. And it's like, but you're not the main audience. We, like the average moviegoer, are the main audience.
And all those guys are old as shit. Like they are. Like the reason Marvel's doing so well is because like Marvel in general is really only popular from like this like I can't even tell you what animated series Marvel, like they had like a couple animated series from the different heroes and everything. But other than that, like they were kind of able to start from scratch in a sense with this new wave of superheroes.
Right.
DC has been killing it with animated shows and animated movies. And I understand that the cinematic universe wants to differentiate themselves from that, but your audience are the people who grew up with your amazing content on the animated side.
They also are trying to differentiate themselves from the Marvel universe by like sucking out the humor and going dark.
That's fine. I have no problem with that. But when there's plot holes, tone,
and plot hoes,
all over the place.
So many hoes, tone issues.
Mm-hmm.
That's on you. Like, that has nothing to do with you trying to be different than Marvel. I mean, it is because you're like sucking major dick while doing it, but those aren't the things that should be different. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with a more serious thing. That's my favorite part about DC is I feel like it really hits the true emotional parts of a human being, even though there's these metahuman superheroes out there.
Right.
That's one of the things I love about DC. But they're not. Like I said, they're not marketing to the audience who grew up with these amazing animated movies and shows, and that's what they need to tend to.
Mm-hmm. No,
if not, they're going to get shit on for the next 15 years they have movies planned out, and that's what's going to happen.
And I also think they're picking the wrong characters to spearhead a movie. Like, I've been saying this from the beginning, and I hope they change it, is giving Cyborg his own movie. He's not that exciting. I mean, he works as a good team player, or as a Teen Titans, like, sort of leader with Robin, fine. But as his own solo movie, like, tell me a Cyborg villain.
I really only know Cyborg from Teen Titans, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And only in this new 52 is Cyborg part of the Justice League. I only know Cyborg from Teen Titans.
Who was originally in his place? I always forget.
Aquaman.
No, Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter, yeah.
I mean, I like sci-fi and I'm in like kind of Mars. I would like to see a Martian Manhunter.
Well, they're kind of doing their thing on Supergirl, which is working pretty well. I mean, the effects aren't where they should be, and I think that if they would have done more of a makeup than a CG, I think it would have been a little stronger. But
the stories are
still good. Still a good story.
No, like I agree with you, but at the same time, Marvel's still making Thor movies.
Okay, well, you think Thor's bad. I disagree with you. I think Thor's a great character.
The Thor movies are the worst movies in the Marvel universe.
Disagree.
What are the worst movies?
Iron Man 2.
Worse than Ragnarok? Or not Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Dark World?
I see them almost as equal. Like, they're both forgettable.
They're both bad, but I wouldn't say, like, all of the Thor movies are bad. I mean,
they're all bad.
But
they're all terrible. They're the worst. Ragnarok is hopefully going to be the best one.
It's looking that
Ragnarok might be one of the top 3 Marvel movies, the way it's looking right now.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's going to be a big setup for Infinity War, too, which
they have a director.
They start filming on Monday.
They have a director who isn't used to comic books. He's done indie like comedies from like New Zealand, so hopefully it's got like a fresh look to it.
Zack Snyder just needs to go the executive producing route and let the actual like creative people take control.
And that's the other thing is that they're doing differently, DC, than Marvel, is they're letting it be filmmaker driven than content driven. So you get a David Ayer who shoots a very gritty, realistic style, and then you get a Zack Snyder who's all about a little more on the special effects. He was all about the visuals in the shot, making it balanced and cool shots and all that kind of stuff, and his story lacks. Now, I just saw it today, or maybe yesterday, that David Ayer, he said if he had a time machine and he could do the Suicide Squad all over again, he would make Joker the main villain, not Enchantress.
I agree.
He says he knew he messed up. So at least he's recognizing his mistakes. Zack Snyder has not come out and said, like, listen, I fucked up on Batman vs. Superman. Hopefully you can see that I can make up for
Zack
it.
Snyder is the Michael Bay of the DC universe.
I used to like Zack Snyder because I loved Watchmen. I thought he had a cool style. But now I think he's a joke to filmmaking. And I'm sorry to say that. I think Michael Bay is a joke to filmmaking. And I've thought that for a while, though.
No, it's
tough to watch as a DC fan, And, of course, then we have Ben Affleck, who's going to come in and do the Batman movie in, like, the next 40 years or something, and which he's so tired of being asked about. I
feel so bad for
I feel bad, too, yeah. But it's like you kind of signed up for it.
I got this gangster movie. Do you want to see that? No,
yeah.
fucking Batman.
What about Batman, though? It's like, I'm working on it. And I like that he's taking the time to say, look, I'm not doing it unless the script is solid.
Zack Snyder.
I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to, Yeah, especially because he's acting, directing, producing, and writing it with the wonderful Jeff Johns. So it's going to be fantastic when it comes out, and I'm willing to wait. I think I'm totally fine to wait. They also have Gotham City Sirens, which is interesting. I think that's a cool movie.
Yeah, that's another one that I'm interested. I'm interested to see the casting.
And it's David Ayer again, so hopefully he knows to take his time a little bit more and really think about, okay, who do I want the villain to be?
When's that projected?
I think 2018.
And Margot Robbie's producing it, I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that she's like really taking like an interest in her character. It's not just
Now-
I'm coming in for the money.
Now,
Is she still? I'm sorry. Is
No,
she
go
still
ahead.
doing a Harley Quinn solo movie? Or is that really her?
That's what it
I
is.
think it's
what
the
it is.
Siren
Okay.
King. Now, there's rumors right now that Eva Green is going to be cast as Mistress Death in Infinity War, which I'm super excited for her in that, and I'm really excited for Infinity War, and I love the character Mistress Death. However, if DC is not super up for Catwoman,
She's a good choice. I
I'd be
also would
upset.
be fine with Sienna Miller from American Sniper. And she was in she was just in Live by Night
Yeah.
too. She'd be pretty good.
But Eva Green's got that look
But-
where like she could almost like kill you.
yeah,
with her
like
look.
she's like
You're
so
right.
she's so like she's so
Seductive,
seductive.
yeah.
she's like sex is just all around her. You know what I mean?
You're right.
But Sienna Miller, what you're talking about, when she and Ben Affleck were doing a Q&A, like Affleck hinted that she's probably going to be in like the Batman movie somehow. I'm not sure.
That's what got
casting
me
that
thinking
is.
about it. Where I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, maybe she could do it.
Who's the
So here's the
chick-
thing with Catwoman, and it seems like with all these DC villains, is and sorry, Mom, for explaining it this way, but they're quite busty,
Oh yeah.
and I don't think that she is. And Catwoman
Whoa.
like needs to be.
Who's the girl that's going to be in the Baywatch movie?
Oh, Alexandra Daddario.
Yes, she'd be good as Catwoman.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, bro. But the problem is, well, no, I guess because Margot Robbie's not even 30 and she's playing Harley Quinn, and
Yeah.
no, it could work
Yeah, but like
if they went for a
But-
younger
but
Catwoman.
Catwoman,
Catwoman's been
needs to be the
around-
same
Yeah,
age
she's supposed to be the
as-
same age.
as
So.
Bruce.
That's when it works the best. Like in the fourth season of the Batman animated series, when she got redesigned and she looked like she was in college.
Yeah,
It was just weird when she was like flirting with Ben. Like, dude, that's gross.
that's why I love it in
That's why
Gotham.
that's why Eva Green would be great too.
I love it in Gotham that they're the same age, they're friends, and I'm
Kind of dating.
kind of dating on and off, which is what they're always going to be, and they always have been.
yeah.
Is like this on and off kind of chemistry, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. Gotham's really good.
Gotham City Sirens is going to be. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be like a Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man type thing, where it's just like it's like a fun spin-off type movie that also plays in the same universe, and it's going to just be.
That's right. Marvel
it's a
pulled
fun
off
swing.
Ant-Man.
I know. They pull off Ant-Man, and we can't pull off Batman versus
I know,
Superman.
that's
what
what-
the shit, man?
I know.
They also pulled off Doctor Strange. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't comment. But like,
It was good.
But like Ant-Man, the dude shrinks to be the size of a bug, and then of course we find out he can shrink to be like a giant.
he's basically their Adam.
And they
Do you-
made
do you know,
that
do you
work.
know why they made it work? Because Paul Rudd's a fucking god.
He is very good.
He is a comedy acting god.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's great. They haven't struck out with casting. I feel like, at least for heroes. Villains, I know they've had some trouble.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
which I think it's like, I don't think they're dumb to that. I think they're really just focusing on heroes and just gimmicks and just like kind of premises.
The only true casting issues we have in DC Universe, we still have barely seen him yet. Is just Ezra Miller as Flash.
yeah, I gotta see more. I gotta
But
see more.
everybody keeps saying, all of the cast keeps saying that the Flash is their favorite part of Justice League.
Yeah.
Momoa has said that. Affleck has said that. Cavill has said that. I think Gala said that too. Like they're all saying it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm really trying to be open minded, but it's so hard because I love Grant Gustin. I think he's so great at it.
But there is that rumor though.
Oh yeah, that they'll
There
cross.
is the rumor that there's going to be some kind of like Speed Force crossover where Ezra Miller's going through the Speed Force and then you like see Grant Gustin running next to him. If that happens, I will lose my shit.
Yeah, in the theater, like we're gonna be those high schoolers.
Oh yeah, I'm like getting goosebumps right now just like thinking about that because if they do that,
Especially
I'm
if
not
they
going to be pissed off anymore.
especially if they can keep it really under wraps and keep it like a huge surprise like they did with the Rogue One secrets where you're just like watching and you're like, all right, he's running, and you're just all of a sudden you just see Grant Gustin like running, and you're just like, holy shit. Like I'm just
Yeah,
getting all
if they do
teary eyed
that,
thinking
I'm
about
gonna be
it.
a lot less pissed off.
Yeah.
But if they don't do that and then almost steal the Flash on CW's story arc of Harrison Wells in the wheelchair, I'm gonna be a lot more pissed off.
Yeah. No, yeah, because Flash has been around a long time. Like, he's got plenty of lore. You don't have to borrow from what's working on the TV show.
No.
Make your own thing. Make something else work. And I like that they're skipping the origins. We've seen it with Grant Gustin's Flash. We've seen it. So by the time that movie comes out, which, again, they still have no director. They've been through 3 already that just can't. I think their problem is they don't have a creative vision. They kept saying it's creative differences, creative differences. It's like, well, how far off could they possibly be that Warner Brothers, like, what does Warner Brothers really want to make that these directors just don't, you know? is it that they're trying to like make it okay? So like Green Lantern is the lethal weapon of space, right? Okay, that makes sense. But is the Flash trying to be like the something of the Speed Force, like that they're just not clicking and they're not finding what that movie is or something? I just don't get it. I don't know what the problem is. I'm waiting for my call. I will do it. As much as I'm against Ezra Miller, I will flash. I will flash
the director.
I will flash for direct now.
You will flash the director.
I will flash the director to be the director.
Flash this.
Yeah, I would love to direct it. No, I wouldn't. I would be scared because people would be.
Because you don't want to do it. You want to direct a Batman movie. So.
I don't. Batman's too precious to me. Obviously, anybody knows me knows that.
I don't know what villain I would do in the Flash movie because the Flash. That's probably what the creative differences are. To be honest with you,
the villain, yeah.
The Flash shows have already tackled on Reverse Flash, Zoom,
and now Savitar. That's like that's all of the major Flash. They're probably
films.
like, stop stealing all the speedsters. We're trying to make a movie. It's, like,
it's probably what it is.
Sorry.
And if the rumor that Kevin Smith was talking about is true, is that like they're having the whole like somebody in a wheelchair being like the head of Star Labs, and I'm not complaining Iris West being black, but both Iris Wests are black. Like, they're kind of stealing a lot from the show, and they're like, all right, so our first villain's gonna be Reverse Flash. Like, but didn't the show? We're gonna do it differently. But like they're not doing it differently. That's probably where the creative differences lie.
And that could be. That's true. Yeah.
Because like what other, unless it's like Turtle Man, but they already did Turtle Man in the show, but they could like expand the arc.
Did they do Mirror Master? Or?
Yes,
yeah,
they did.
Mirror
In the new
Master.
season, yeah. They just
that was like episode 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, a few episodes ago.
Because they had the girl, they call her Vertigo or something. Top, where she like gave everybody vertigo.
They had
Sweet
Top
villain.
and Mirror Master.
Sweet villain.
And Mirror Master, though, we didn't see him suit up. He was just in like a dress suit the whole time.
He was a gangster kind of. So,
but I'm sure his next appearance will happen.
But I don't know what other villains.
They could do Cold, but that's a really tough shoes to fill because Wentworth Miller kills it.
Yeah, I honestly I bet it's Reverse Flash, which is
Probably.
fine.
Yes.
But kind of like what they're doing with Young Justice, the whole like light thing, and it's similar to Infinity War. But sorry, Marvel, like DC did Darkseid first before Thanos. As much as I love Thanos, it's probably like moving the pawns and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that much about Darkseid, but normally in the DC universe, all villains know they're working together.
Right.
Like the Marvel villains, like Thanos is the puppet master behind everybody. He's putting the chess pieces the place they need to be, such as with Ultron and with Loki and all these different villains. DC, like they have like the secret villain society,
Legion of Doom and stuff.
Yeah, like they all know they're working together. So there's got to be some kind of thing that's happening.
Well, speaking of the Legion of Doom, it's absolutely garbage on Legends of Tomorrow. The Legion of Doom is just 3 white dudes. Is like, to me, Legion of Doom should be like a whole like squad of these villains of like men, women, all thing, whatever. It's 3 white dudes.
I cannot believe Legends of Tomorrow got another season.
I can, and here's why.
Yeah, I'm not surprised
because I knew you were going to say that. And it's the same thing with Arrow, where originally when it was just Arrow, remember it was just 5 seasons, the whole arc, whatever, and then that was going to be it. They're going to squeeze these shows dry, even if one person watches it. And the reason is because of the connective tissues that they have with it. Because if they lose Legends, they lose, 8 superheroes that they can now cross over with another show to make that one more popular, or vice versa when they do these other crossover episodes. So they're not gonna get rid of it.
But the mid-season premiere looks so lame.
It's with George Lucas or something, right?
I don't know if it's with George Lucas, but
It's that one.
Is it that one? Oh.
Yeah.
well,
mid-season premiere. is with
whatever
George
it
Lucas.
is, like Rip Hunter
Raiders of the
apparently
Lost
has
Ark.
like amnesia and
Ark.
doesn't remember that he's Rip Hunter. It just looks so dumb.
Yeah, that's the George Lucas. So the storyline is this: they go back and they find Rip is a movie director in the 60s who gets his mind erased to become like a normal guy or whatever, and they get a time. What do they call it? Time rupture or something like that. Let's say it's time rupture, right? They get one of those, and it turns out that George Lucas, young George Lucas, is quitting film school, and if that happens, then he'll never make Star Wars. He'll never make Indiana Jones, which doesn't inspire Ray, based off of Star Wars, to become an engineer, and for Nate, based off Indiana Jones, to become a historian.
So dumb.
And so they have to go back and convince George Lucas to stay in film school.
Sounds so dumb.
And then the rest of the crew is trying to convince Rip that he's Rip.
Sounds so dumb.
It's playing at the fanfare to use. Oh, George Lucas, like I know who that guy is. That'd be fun.
That's why I'm really excited. Like I understand, like it is kind of like a lackluster, like premiere, but like it is about like film history and just like with George Lucas.
And they're really on the nose with it. It's like Raiders of the Lost Art. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I just can't wait for Flash, Supergirl, and Arrow to come back.
that musical too.
Episode 17 is gonna be the musical episode.
That's what?
Flash.
That's probably what, March?
We're on 11 or 10 when we come back. So
I think that musical villain
March.
is coming.
Yeah,
is
it
gonna be
is.
in it.
Yeah, which we were predicting, and everyone
I
thinks
can't
it's
wait
going to be
for
Neil
that.
Patrick Harris, but he's like, I heard that, but I haven't been chosen yet.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
It's going to start kind of how the crossover did, where it starts on Supergirl, but the real episode's actually on Flash.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Just because
And-
it's fun.
Victor Garber's going to be in it to sing. And then Jesse Martin's going to sing. Al Martin. Barry
Is
gonna
Keenan
sing.
Lonsdale gonna sing? Because the dude can actually sing.
He's going to sing.
Is
I
Cisco
think.
gonna sing?
Cisco's going to sing.
This episode sounds amazing.
Melissa Benoist
I
is
do
going to
want
sing.
I do want Oliver to be in it for like maybe like a couple minutes just to react to all that.
Yeah,
That'd be
not
really
everyone's
funny.
going to sing.
I know, but that'd be really
but-
funny if he's kind of like, what the fuck
It's
is
gonna be
going
the
on?
first. Yeah, it's gonna be the first TV F word. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Just walks
Yeah,
out.
because I guess the people that obviously
Barry, what did you do to the timeline?
like someone like Daniel Panabaker maybe can't sing, so like they're gonna just avoid that and like not play into that.
She can sing though. She wasn't stuck in the suburbs.
Oh, you're right, but
So we get to see who's the
whoever.
Ryan Gosling of this cast.
Yeah.
Joe, is Joe West singing? He
That's
was in-
Jesse L. Martin.
Yeah. He was in Rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sings, and Victor Garber supposedly has a very nice voice. He
what-
sang in
what-
an episode of Legends, but I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, he was the crooner. Remember, they were trying to get into like Hitler's.
Yeah, but I
group,
don't
and
remember
it
him
was that
singing
dive
like
bar.
I remember him singing, but I don't remember like it
How it
being like a
sounded.
big singing,
Yeah.
spectacle.
I mean, it was a thing.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited to hear. Who do you think can't sing? I'm gonna guess
Harrison Wells.
Harrison Wells, or I'm gonna guess Iris.
Yeah, she probably can't sing for shit.
It's those two because I know for a
if
fact.
she's not dead.
I know for a fact Grant Gustin can sing. Daniel Panabaker can sing.
Melissa Benoist kills it.
Melissa Boyce can sing.
Katie
sing.
Lotz. I don't think.
Keenan Lonsdale can sing.
I haven't heard.
Oh, he's amazing.
No, Katie Lotz.
Oh, Katie Lotz.
I feel like
But she's not going to be in it.
Oh, she's on.
No.
Okay.
Because she's on Legends.
I
I don't know why
right,
Victor
right.
Garber is going to be there, but I guess we'll find out.
Because he can sing.
Oh, Firestorm's coming back, so maybe it ties into that.
Wait, Ronnie's coming back, right?
Yeah, so maybe he's 16 and he's just kind of floating around, and then
Christ.
why is it Christ? He's a better than Jax. No offense.
No, that Franz Drama can't act for shit
That's what I mean.
in this universe.
Ronnie Raymond can act, or Robbie.
Robbie
Amell.
Mel can, but like he's dead. He's
We
dead.
don't know that. Don't push your mic away. We don't know that. Nobody dies in the CW verse.
Yeah,
remember?
this is comic books.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what the fuck Laurel's doing back.
Oh, I know. Because I watched the trailer. Well, I didn't watch it, but it kind of got spoiled for me, and I was like, fine, I'll just watch the trailer. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
It's Earth 2 Laurel. She's pretending to be nice Laurel.
Ooh.
Remember, because she's that black siren or whatever?
Mhm.
So she's nice Laurel. I think that's how I got it. That's what I took away from
So
it.
dumb.
It is dumb. It's just a way to bring Katie Cassidy back. Guggenheim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
post one of those memes again.
Because I think they think that they misused her, which they totally did, and
Of
they think
course
that
they
they can
did.
make up for it by doing this, but it's too late.
No, it is too late.
We're already over it. It's been a season and a half.
She's already a
so-
term.
The only way you can make it up to us is through flashbacks.
flashbacks and just not having her there. Like we're just past it now.
No, I know, but like some of the flashbacks they have with her on point. Really grab.
Yeah, no, they
really
work.
grab
Or
the
like how they use
heartstrings.
Tommy. You know,
I want more Tommy.
Tommy
Can
and
Chicago
Moira.
Med just end?
Tommy and Moira are the only ones that don't come back from the dead, I guess. Where's Walter? Where's Walter? What happened to Walter? I want more Walter in my
I
life.
do miss Walter.
I
Is that enough?
think that's
We've
enough.
been talking here for a while.
About an hour and 10 minutes off of like 3 topics.
Yeah.
That's how we do.
Yeah.
But the shows do come back this week, so be on the lookout for that. Gotham's been back. And then
First episode back was great.
I think they have like 2 more, and then they go on a hiatus until like May.
Again?
Or April.
Jesus.
It's weird.
And some people think it's because of creative like story, like they can't figure out a story, so maybe that they're taking the time to do that, which is fine, but you just hope that they don't lose their audience
Yes.
in that
I
process.
guess they have enough money where they can lose the ratings.
They won't lose me. I'll wait a year to watch it. I'm so hooked. I love it.
Yeah, this Jerome story arc is awesome.
And Gotham, like it's fucking awesome. You can't get wrong. For me, you can't go wrong with Batman stuff. So
But I think that's everything.
Yes, I think so. Go ahead, Greg. I know you're demoted to third, but you can say some of your stuff.
Since I'm devoted to the third, that means I can say the closing remark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
okay. So make sure you subscribe to us and like us on Facebook, and check out our friend Lethal Llama on Facebook. It's 2 L's and E's and
2 E's.
2 E's and stuff. A lot of letters in there. It's like a little llama holding a knife. So if you find that on there, subscribe to him. He does a lot of game commentary and stuff like that. He's great. Ryan Share. And then also, if you can find Young Poet on YouTube, find them, listen to them. They're great. Seth is coming to us with a project because we just need more things to work on. We're working on like 6 projects right now, but hey, party on. And support your local arts, kids.
Cool. Be sure to check us out. The same geek time, same geek channel.
Nice.
Nailed it.